accept proclamations. And before Eddie steps up, let me just say, you all know there is an iPad giveaway that somehow Plug in America wangled. And so at the end of the speeches, I will tell you who the person is that I have received via email, and someone will walk away with an iPad. So, Eddie Scher from the Sierra Club.
Thanks, Mark. Hi, Eddie Scher with Sierra Club. How many Sierra Club members are here today? Yeah, all right. So, I'm with the Beyond Oil campaign. We do two things to move America off oil. The first thing is we challenge oil companies. And the second thing is promote green transportation. This is the fun part, right? You guys are the green transportation. National Plug-in Day is happening in more than 60 cities, about 65 cities across the country today. Last year it was less than half the size. So it's really, it's amazing to watch the growth in just a year. If you were here, and I gotta admit that this is the most beautiful place of any of those places, right? If you look around at Chrissy Field, we got it going on here. But if you were here August 6th, which was a Monday about a month and a half ago, and you looked to the north, and it wasn't as foggy that day, it was a nice clear day, you saw a huge 4,000-foot plume of black smoke coming from the Chevron refinery. About 100 firefighters fought that fire for about 5 hours before they got it out. If you lived in Richmond, you were under what they called a shelter in place, which meant you stayed in your house, you used duct tape to tape your windows and doors, and you waited out a toxic release over your community. More than 11,000 people, I understand the number is more like 19,000 people, went to ERs related to that release, emergency rooms, to figure out what was going on with their lungs. If you lived anywhere downwind of that plant, and we all live downwind of that plant, you have a sense of just how bad that is. That plant is one of 136 oil refineries in the United States. They're all that bad. Now this one is particularly bad. This is the largest greenhouse gas emitter in the state of California. It's right there, San Pablo Bay. You could see it if it was a little clearer. You drive past it at 80 if you haven't been aware. They're all getting worse because the easy oil is now gone. The oil that they're going to be using, and they're using more and more across the country, is tar sands oil, and it's oil shale and shale oil. It's fracking oil. It's the oil that really has been too expensive and too nasty to go after. There's really only one solution to this problem. You guys know it. I don't need to describe the problem that much more. I won't. Which is to use less oil. Right, and the speaker before talked about the new Obama car standards, which will double fuel efficiency. Those standards will cut U.S. greenhouse gas emissions by 10%. So don't let anybody tell you that there's no solution to to climate change, because that's nonsense. That single decision, which the auto industry supports, including Nissan, but including all the big manufacturers, 13 big manufacturers, is going to cut U.S. greenhouse gas emissions by 10%. That's a huge progress. The better solution than cutting is using no oil. And that's what you guys are here representing today. You should give yourselves a round of applause. So, electric vehicles are going to get us to the new standards. The reason the new standards are supported by auto companies is because they know they can do it. Right? We're going to do that. We're going to do much better. Sierra Club, we released a press release with the Electric Auto Association and Plug in America on Friday about these events. We did a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Our calculation was that there's been 200 million miles of oil-free driving in the last 2 years. And that says nothing about the rate of adoption. I think we're going to see a time in the not-so-distant future when people are going to wonder what internal combustions, what were we thinking with internal combustion, right? Every car is going to be electric. I think everybody in this tent knows that. So that's basically all I want to say. We're going to move America beyond oil. We're going to do it because of people like you who can sort of see the future and see where we have to go and are willing to take on some personal responsibility to do that. And I applaud all of you guys. Thank you for having me.